There are spoilers for Platonic Season 2 Episodes 1 and 2 in this story. By the time Platonic resumes for Season 2, Sylvia, played by Rose Byrne, and Will, played by Seth Rogen, are closer than ever, and Sylvia steps in to assist Will in organizing his upcoming wedding to Jenna, played by Rachel Rosenblum. But there's only one issue. Will might not be a good fit for the partnership. Will is in a relationship that may appear healthy and full of potential on the surface, but it's really unhealthy underneath, and probably shouldn't last, Rogen told the Wrap. But he's ignoring a lot of red flags that Sylvia clearly sees, because he really wants to feel like a responsible, normal man in his 40s, and like he has his life together. Sylvia may notice some of these warning signs, but she tries her hardest to avoid getting involved in Will's relationship because of the catastrophe that happened the last time she did, and she tries her hardest to maintain a normal friendship with both Will and Jenna. Let's have dinner is what they're attempting to say. We'll be normal. Jenna and Will are just so different, Byrne added in an interview with The Wrap. At one point in my life I realized that I needed to redefine. My friend is someone I adore. It is up to them to decide how to relate to the person they are with. She makes an effort, in my opinion, and things are going fairly well at first before rapidly deteriorating. Will's insistence on leaving his engagement party, which Sylvia organized, to replenish his champagne supplies and then taking a detour to present Sylvia to his crush, a young employee at a nearby sandwich shop, is the first indication that something is amiss. Rogen stated that Will was probably hoped the visit would persuade Sylvia to tell him not to be married, but Sylvia dismisses the crush as only a crush and rushes Will to return to the engagement party. He hopes she would say, "You shouldn't get married." He doesn't want to do it himself and is too scared to admit it. "It's not for you," Rogen remarked. He wants her to pull the ripcord because he is simply too afraid to have that conversation with her. By inviting Will and Jenna to dinner at her house, Sylvia instead makes an even greater effort to win over Jenna, who is understandably not happy about the two of them going on their adventure during the engagement celebration. Will and Jenna argue all night long, so naturally the dinner party doesn't go well. What they consider to be a typical dynamic, this is not a normal dynamic, Rogen remarked. They think you're having a good time with your friends, and you say, "You guys are awful to each other, you shouldn't be together." She's kind of gaslit at first, thinking, "Wait, what? Is that what she would actually say? What was she trying to say? Is that me, or am I reading too much into it?" She loses her shit when she gets home to Charlie, Byrne remarked. It's an odd and peculiar remark to make. At the very least, it's one of those things you would just think about all night long. Rogen stated that it's a constant balance for both Will and Sylvia on when to and when not to weigh in on each other's problems. They're trying to have more boundaries with each other and be more respectful of each other's lives, but at the same time, can't help but see the reality of one another's lives, he said. According to Rogen, they want the best for the other person, but they're very bad at deciding what to do with those situations. They truly don't have good limits with one another. I am truly shocked by these.